So yesterday, Claude Sonnet 4.6 came out, and since then I have been testing it in different areas, different projects, and I didn't want to make a video and just show you the benchmarks and some random information on Claude website. I wanted to create a video where I can show you real projects, real examples, and real tests. So in this video, we are going to compare Claude Sonnet 4.5 with Sonnet 4.6 and also Opus 4.6 in 5 different projects. So if you are ready, let's begin. Since yesterday, I have been working with Sonnet 4.6. I have been watching some videos about it on YouTube, and more or less people are so excited about it, and usually in their videos they just show you some benchmarks and that's it. But I really hate that kind of a style, so we're gonna look at real projects. So before we get to the projects that I already prepared for you, let's come here to their page. And if we scroll down, there are many information here. I don't want to talk about some content that they shared here. Only in their benchmark, we can clearly see the numbers that it is much better comparing to Sonnet 4.5. And in only 2 areas, Claude Sonnet 4.6 is better than Opus 4.6. And that is not much if you just compare the numbers, but it's only in these 2 areas. Generally, Sonnet 4.6 is way better than Sonnet 4.5, very close to Opus 4.6, but with the same price as Sonnet 4.5. This is the main advantage. And here also we have another benchmark, and as you can see, Claude 4.6 Sonnet is ranking number 3, right behind Opus 4.5, and then number 1 is Opus 4.6. But if you just check the numbers, they are really close to Opus 4.5. And comparing to Claude 4.5, which I don't know where it is, here it is, it's clear that it is much better. But in these projects that we have, you will see it for yourself. So we have designed 5 projects to test these AI's abilities in different areas, specifically focusing on what Claude Sonnet 4.6 can do in these projects. So in these projects, I'm going to share the same prompt on Sonnet 4.5, Sonnet 4.6, and Opus 4.6, and we will compare the result together. The first project that we have is a front-end design and visual intelligence. Here we are targeting the abilities of design taste, layout, animations, and polish. Okay, so we should look out for layout sophistication, visual hierarchy, color palettes, animation quality, spacing, and so on. Okay, so here I shared the same prompt to Sonnet 4.5, and again the same exact prompt to Sonnet 4.6, and again the same prompt to Opus 4.6. And here are the results. This is the result of Sonnet 4.5. So here we have some charts, some numbers, and it's a dashboard. We can see it in light mode or dark mode. And as I explained, we are looking at the colors, design itself, the animations. And when we, for example, move from light mode to dark mode, just look at the animations. And okay, not everything is clickable, but generally we are looking at the design. So the project itself is about personal finance. And in the first part, we have the dashboard. Then we have transactions, how much money the person made, how much money the person spent, different categories. Here we can see emojis instead of icons, which icons are much better, SVG icons. But it doesn't look bad. Here we have goals. We have analytics, which if we click on each of them, it will remove it from the chart. And we also have light mode and dark mode. So this was Sonnet 4.5. Now let's have a look at Sonnet 4.6. Now here I tried this 3 times, okay? Actually, here in this chat, I tried it 2 times. I tried another time in a separate chat, and there is some issue with Sonnet 4.6. And this was the first result that I got. And as you can see, the design is much better. Just look at the, for example, left menu and compare it with what we have here. This is a little bit basic. This is way more professional, like a production level application or web application. But it has some issues with the layout. And remember, this is just in the first prompt, okay? Just one prompt, one try. The animations more or less are fine. Still, it is using emojis. We have dark theme and light theme. The overall design is way better than Sonnet 4.6, but the layout doesn't look so good. In transactions, we don't see anything. In goals, it is okay, but it's like we are looking at this on a tablet screen rather than computer. Analytics looks good. Okay, these are not working. More or less it's fine, and these are not working as well. More or less it is fine, but the problem is layout. And of course, on the second prompt, third prompt, you can push it. You can say that, all right, in these parts we have made mistakes. But as we are just comparing the first try till now, Sonnet 4.5 had a functional layout, I can say, but the design here in 4.6 is way better and way more polished. I tried again, and I said maybe on the second try it got better. So this is the second try. And for example, under transactions, now we have all the transactions and it looks much professional, and we can also sort them out, which is really good. We have goals here, but there is a problem with charts, and I faced this problem over and over in different projects. And when it creates charts, as you can see, it just keep expanding the chart, and then the whole thing becomes so heavy that it's not even clicking anywhere. You can see the problem is obvious. But the overall design is way better, way better. Now let's look at Opus 4.6, which I can say it's the best. It looks very professional. The colors are good. The layout is good. It's functional. And the animations, I really like. Just look at here, this going from dark to light theme. It's really cool. I really like the animations. And here we have transactions. It's not scrolling for some reason. Yeah, on this page, it's not also scrolling. But the overall look, design, layouts, and colors are perfect. Okay, animations are really, really good. And I have been using Opus 4.6 since the day it came out on many different projects. It made my work much easier, and it is very precise. And I just give the task, and almost, I can say 90-95% of the time, it just hit it in the first try. And then I test it, it's working. Sometimes like 5% or 10% of the times, it makes some mistakes. Then I have to review it and find those mistakes and fix it together. So this was the first project, and clearly Opus 4.6 win here. But the overall result of Sonnet 4.6 is good. It has some problems in layout, but it is definitely way better than Sonnet 4.5. Now let's go for the second project. Here we have a game. We are testing game logic and real-time rendering. It was one of my favorite projects here, and I really spent some time testing it and going through different results that I got from each of them. And here we are targeting the ability of complex algorithm thinking and also visual output. We are going to see if the game is actually working. Our enemy finding their path. I think it's a tower defense, and I really like tower defense games. So are the towers targeting the enemies? And the whole logic, is it working or not? Is the game polished or broken? So let's look at the result. I think, yeah, here it is. So this was the first result we got from Sonnet 4.5, and I opened it separately on a new page. So here at the top, we can select our towers, and let me just refresh it. So every time that you refresh it, you get a new path. And here you can select the towers that you want. We have 100 gold, 20 lives, and 15 waves, and a score. So I'm gonna build 2 towers, and I cannot deselect it. Okay, and let's click on start wave. And from left side, enemies are coming. They have a health bar, and as the towers are attacking them, we can see their health is decreasing. And also, if you pay attention, when towers want to attack their target, they turn, they rotate toward their target. And we lost 11 lives, and we just made 10 gold. We cannot do anything else. Just go to the next round, and let's see if we lose. Also, there is a bug here. You see, it's just creating these circles. Anyway, let's see if we lose here. This was the result of Sonnet 4.5, and we should lose now. Okay, we lost, and we survived only 2 waves, and the final score is this much. So it's not bad, but it doesn't look so good. It's so basic, right? Now let's look at the result that Sonnet 4.6 made for us. So first of all, it has an intro, and it is telling us, I'm just going to show you, this is the same prompt, one prompt that I tried here on Sonnet 4.6 and the same on Sonnet 4.5. So I didn't try it over and over. So first of all, it is showing us the first menu. It has hotkeys. We can select towers with numbers, and if we press space, it will start the wave. And we can press F to increase the speed. So let's launch the game. Here we have the path. On the right side, we have the information, lives, gold, waves, score. And here we have the towers, basic tower, we can place it. We have some other tower, different kind of towers we have. And if you pay attention, the information about each of them is different. For example, this one costs 150 gold. Damage is 90. The range is different. The fire rate is different. And for each tower, the tower abilities are also different. So with the money that we have, we can build like 2 towers. Let's build one here, and let's build one here. Okay, and let's start the wave. And one thing I noticed, first of all, we can deselect the tower even if we don't have money. The head of the towers doesn't move toward the enemy, but the animations and the effects when they kill an enemy, it's really good, right? And also we can select each tower and we can upgrade it. So we made 30 gold. And also the logic of the game is much better. When we complete a wave, even if we didn't destroy all the enemies, we get some bonus money. So here I can upgrade one of our towers, and it got some point here. Let's start again, and now let's increase the speed. I really like when they destroy the enemy, the animation looks really cool. So this is how it works, and obviously it's much better comparing to Sonnet 4.5. Actually, I really liked it, and I played it over and over. And this is me on another game. And as you can see, I built lots of towers. I have lots of money here. I can upgrade all my towers. These towers slow the enemy. So now let's look at how it works. You see, when they attack the enemy, these ones that slow the enemy, you can see the color of the enemy changes. They become slow. generally the logic is working perfectly. I can still build some sniper towers, some towers with a splash. It's really cool. Really cool. I really didn't expect Sonnet 4.6 to build this quality game in the first try. Now let's look at the game that Claude Opus 4.6 built for us. Here is the result, and as you can see, we don't have the first menu like Sonnet 4.6, but again, the game looks working and it's similar to the other examples that we have, although we cannot deselect the towers. So we have to keep up with this circle and the placement of the towers. But the rest of the things are working. The animations are cool. And the towers are rotating toward the enemy. That's also cool. And we almost destroyed all the enemies here. Okay, this is the best try that I had on this one. So I can deselect them. And now let's see if we have enough money to upgrade one of them. Yeah, we have enough money. And one thing, it's when we select a tower, it just gets expanded because it adds some information here. But anyway, it's good. And also it doesn't have the feature of like double the speed, so we can see everything much faster. But I think more or less Sonnet 4.6 and Opus 4.6 were very close in this project. And even at some point, Sonnet 4.6 was much better than Opus 4.6. So regarding complex algorithm thinking and visual output, more or less Sonnet 4.6 and Opus 4.6 were close to each other. Slightly, I can say in some points, in some areas, Sonnet 4.6 was slightly better. By the way, if you are enjoying this video and you are interested in these kind of tests and projects, don't forget to like the video and leave a comment. This way I will understand you like it. And of course, subscribe to our channel and turn on the bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Let's continue. So let's go for the next project, project number 3. And this one is really interesting. We are acting, it's like a game, but we are acting as a startup CEO, and we have to do the planning like a CEO to grow the company. And it was really interesting for me. The target here is to check the ability of multi-step reasoning, agent planning, and business logic. So here is the prompt, and let's look at the results. So this is the result of Sonnet 4.5. And let me just refresh it. So this is the intro. Welcome. You just raised $100,000 for your startup. Your mission is to build a sustainable business with positive MRR growth in 24 months. So let's start. Here we have, this is our cash. And based on our expenses, based on the expenses that we have and the money that we have, we can only run for 9 months. So our job is to design the business in a way that we can last longer and we can also increase the income, decrease the expenses, and move forward. So here we can hire an engineer. We already have one engineer, and our software or whatever it is has one features. So the cost for us is $8,000 per month. For marketing, we have no one for marketing. We are spending no money on ads. For the sales, it's the same story. And the price of our product is $99 per month subscription. So what I can do, let's say, I'm gonna increase this to, let's say, $199, increasing the price of our business. And also, if we get to some levels, we can raise money, right? We can find some investors and this way keep our company alive. Now let's click on build features. Let's say our business, our software has 10 features. and we are spending no money on ads, no marketing, no sales. And let's move toward the next month. So here we are. These are our, this is the money that we have right now. And we made no money. So we need someone for marketing. Let's hire a marketer. Now we are spending $6,000 per month more here. And let's hire someone for sales. And for ads, let's spend $1,000 for ads here as well. So with this setup, we can only continue for 3 months. So let's continue. Okay. So we added 3 employees and still we are not making any money. So let's increase the amount of features to a whole new level and go to the next month. Still we are not making any money. Strange. Let's hire someone else for marketing and let's spend more money on ads. And now we started to make some money. We made $1,400 and we are this close to close our company, but now we got to a level that we can raise some money. So let's raise some money, and now we have more budget. We can continue this way. So let's continue. Now we are making more money and more money. So the general concept is working well. Let's see if we can lose our money. It's not happening, but the thing is that more or less it is fine, but it is acting very basic because this will not happen the same way in the real world, right? You cannot set up everything the same and the next month and the next month after that and the next month after that just give you the same result, the same growing chart. You need to make some changes, but as you can see, I didn't make any changes after the 3rd month, but we are still growing. So this is not very close to the real life, but it did its best. Let's look at the result that Claude Sonnet 4.6 made for us. The design is much better, as you can see. Now, when we click on launch your startup, again, here we have a crazy chart, the problem of Sonnet 4.6, and it is just expanding so much. And as you can see, everything became super heavy. So here we have 3 customers already. We have $500,000 cash, which can support our company for 6 months. And our expenses are $82,000. We have 2 engineers and 1 person for sales, 1 person for marketing. We are spending $15,000 for ads. And here we can see the overall operation of our business. What if we continue the same way? So it gives us some messages every month that we have some massive changes in some areas. For example, here it is telling us a white hat researcher disclosed a critical bug in our software or our product. We tried to fix it, but it get into the news and it harmed our company. So it involved the real life issues that can happen for a business. And here we can see the result. So what we can do, we can, let's say, increase the number of engineers to 3 so we can improve our business. And let's say we keep the rest the same. So let's go to the next month. So here we made 25 free leads per month for 2 months. Oh, it's a tweet that went viral. But the problem here is that we only have money for 3 months. So obviously 3 engineers are so much. Let's increase the marketing. Oh, let's increase the price of our product to $2.99. Okay. And let's add 1 person to the sales team. And let's continue. Oh, we got 60 leads now. Okay. So 60 leads probably will end up making more money. We made $4,500. This is really interesting, isn't it? So we are growing, and if we want to raise money, okay, here we can click and raise money, and we have the ability to raise $250,000. So we increased our budget to $250,000 and we diluted 8% of our shares. So this is way more complex, much better than the result we got from Sonnet 4.5, but it still has the issue of this chart. As you can see, it is so heavy, I cannot even scroll. Okay, so I'm just gonna refresh it so my browser don't die. Now let's quickly look at the result of Opus 4.6. And here it looks really good. More or less, it's the same thing. We have $500,000. We have, what, 2 developers. And it's more complex. We can focus on R&D. How much we want to focus on R&D. This is really cool. We can go deeper in the details. This is marketing for monthly ads spent. And this is our team. Let's add 1 person to our marketing team. And for sales, we already have someone. And monthly, okay, this is the price of our product. Let's go for $195 per month. And this is the whole operation. This is for support. And here we have emergency cut and raise funding. Okay, for raise funding, we can, for the first round, we can get $75,000 and dilute our shares for 15%. It's really cool. Now let's go for the next month. All right. The numbers look really cool. We have activity log here. I don't know if we are making progress or not. Okay, so our expenses are so much. Let's go 100% on features and stability. And here for marketing, let's increase our budget for ads. Let's run it. Okay, this way we can only last for 2 more months. We are not making lots of money. So I'm gonna come to operations. What does emergency cuts do? So here we have $72,000 expenses. So it will cut 30% of the staff. Let's go for raise funding. Okay, we raised $75,000. Go to the next month and next month, and our business should die any second. All right, our business just got closed and we failed. So obviously, Opus 4.6 was much better than the other 2 options, but Sonnet 4.6 was also good. Okay, this way you can see that the logic and the reasoning and planning business, it was much better on Opus, but Sonnet 4.6 wasn't a lot far behind. So let's go for the next project. Project number 4. It's visual algorithms for generative art engine. So here we are looking at the ability of creative coding, mathematical reasoning, and canvas mastery. So here we have Sonnet 4.5, and what we have here, this is our canvas, and we want to see the way particles are acting based on the settings that we can set here. For example, here I can change the speed, and it works really cool. Increase the number of particles to 5,000 particles, or decrease them to 700. And the trail length, right? I can decrease it. Let's increase the speed. Or I can increase the trail. And the noise scale, okay, this is the movement of these particles. So on Sonnet 4.5, it is working well. Also, we have 2 other things here. One of them is a tree, and it is growing, but it's not starting from scratch. Let me just close it and open it again so I can see if the tree starts to grow. So let's quickly jump here. No, the tree is not growing. We can change the settings of the tree, but it is not growing. Can change the color. More or less, it looks fine. Let's go to Sonnet 4.6. And here is the result of the particles. Now the particles in the background looks fine, but there are some crazy straight lines vertically and horizontally here, which I don't understand why it made this mistake and showing these lines. It shouldn't have. But anyway, we have the same settings here. We can decrease the speed, increase the speed, decrease the noise of their movement or increase it. But if we disregard these straight lines, the particles in the background are moving perfectly. It's really cool, right? So this is the trail length. Okay, so these lines somehow is related to the trail length. Yeah. Okay, these are the forces. It looks really amazing. It's chaos. And we can change the color. And we can go to the tree one. So again, here the tree is not growing, but we can change the features of this tree. And that's it. It's way better than Sonnet 4.5, this one. And now let's look at Opus 4.6. Now the particles are perfect. We don't have bugs here and they look amazing. Let's look at the setting. We can decrease or increase the speed. Let's increase the noise. Wow, looks amazing. Okay, let's increase or decrease the number of particles. And the trail length, let's increase it, decrease it. Okay, it looks amazing. And we can change the color. Now let's have a look at the tree. So here the tree is working fine. It is growing, but there are some issues. Some branches are flashing, but we can see the process of tree growing. And that's amazing. We didn't have that on the previous two examples. So even though that Sonnet 4.6 was really good in some areas, here it has bug, but it was much better comparing to Sonnet 4.5. If we come to the particles, if we just disregard these lines, these straight lines, the particles in the background are looking amazing. Anyway, let's go for the next example, our last example, which here we are going to look at document intelligence and reasoning UI. So we are going to target abilities of long context reasoning, structured output, and knowledge work. So here we have a tool that can analyze contracts and tell us the weak point of it, the problems that it may have, and the issues with it. So we can come here and paste a contract and analyze it, or load an example, which obviously has an issue. And then it will analyze it for us and tell us how risky it is. For example, this is Sonnet 4.5. And as you can see, it has 100% risk in it. And then it will analyze it. It will tell us where are the problems and why this is a problem and what should we do with it. Okay. So here it found some issues. Okay. And I'm going to just copy the whole thing and paste it in the examples that Sonnet 4.6 and Opus 4.6 made as well. Let's see if these also find it risky. So Sonnet 4.6 found it 50% risky. And if I scroll down, it gives us some information, general information about the contract, which we didn't have here. Or we had. Okay, we have some contract metadata. We have it here. Also, we have it here as well. So this is good. This is a summary of the contract. Again, here we have the summary. And here are the flagged causes. We have 4 issues. It found 4. 2 of them are high, 2 of them are medium. And then it will give us some risk breakdown, that in which categories we have some risks. Now let's try this on Opus 4.6 as well. Here it shows 60% risk. We have 1 high risk, 2 medium, and 1 low. And we have a summary, but we don't have a metadata, or maybe here this is just a metadata of our contract. And here again, it shows us the problem, the solution, the reason and the solution of it. So more or less all of them works good. We can just compare them regarding uh, the design, and all three had the ability to analyze the contract and find some issues. The next level, if we want to go deeper, we have to look at the exact issues, analyze them, find those issues, and check. For example, in this contract, exactly there are 8 issues. Now, Sonnet 4.6 found 3 of them. Opus 4.6 found this much. Okay, that's the next level. But for this test here, more or less all 3 did a good job. Obviously, Claude Sonnet 4.6 and Opus 4.6 have better visuals, but logically they all completed the job. Okay, so that was all 5 tests. As you saw, Sonnet 4.6 is way better than Sonnet 4.5, and it is very close to Opus 4.6, and in some small cases it was even better. But generally, if you are able to use Opus 4.6, you have a max level subscription on your Claude, then go for that. If not, Claude Sonnet 4.6 is the best option that you have right now that I'm recording this video to use it as an AI model. So if you are interested in these kind of videos, do not forget to like and leave a comment. So this way I will understand you like it, and I will make more of these videos, these kind of tests with projects, with real life projects. And if you are not yet subscribed to our channel, do not forget to subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos. So that was all about this training. I hope you like it, and I will see you soon on the next one.